next step after we combine like terms would be to move variables to one side. So if you'll notice, I have an m here and an m here. I have variables on both sides of the equation. So I would definitely want to move one over to the other. Now, truthfully, it doesn't matter which one I move over. Well, since I already did stuff over here, how about let's go ahead and eliminate this negative 8m. Well, since that's negative 8m, the inverse operation would be addition. Now, remember, whenever we are taking the positive and negative version, let's go ahead and take a look at our notes. That was, here we go. The additive inverse. So if I take the positive version of the number and I combine it with the negative version, it eliminates. So this becomes a big fat 0. I've eliminated it from one side, but whatever I do on one side, I must do to the other. Now, more specifically, I need to line it up with the same variable, with its like term. So I'm going to do the same exact thing, add 8m. Okay, so I'm going to bring down my 13. Now, 8m minus 7m. Oh, I'm sorry. That is not supposed to be an equal sign. Well, that actually gives me a positive 1m. Okay, good. So now, I only have one variable m, which is great. But I need to remove the constant closest to my variable. So that means I need to remove my positive 13. Okay, so if it's positive, I must have to subtract it. This would be our additive inverse again. This eliminates, and I can bring down positive 1m equals. Ooh, this time I have my positive is smaller, so that means I should get a negative number. That should be, well, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That would be a negative 5. Now, at this point, we would want to remove our coefficient. Well, my coefficient is 1. So if I divide by 1, did it really make any change by reducing that? No, I still end up with the exact same thing. M is equal to negative 5. And that would be my final answer. So let's move on to our next example. You know, I see all this space over here that's wasted. I'm going to go ahead and write an extra example over here. Let's see. How about, ooh, this one's going to be a toughie. So, example 3. This one is 16 minus 7m, or sorry, minus, oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. It's negative 16. Sorry. Is equal to, ooh, yeah, this one's worse, negative 15 over 16 groups of, oh yeah, 4/5. I know you hate me already. X plus, 32 thirds. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, don't worry, we're going to follow the exact same steps. So, distribute. Our distribution is not pretty, but Hey, let's get started. So this is going to be negative 15. I'm actually going to break down that 15. Because that 15 is the same as saying 5 times 3. Okay, trust me, this is going to be easier in the end. And my 16 I can break up as well. Isn't that the same as just 4 times 4, according to our perfect squares? Okay. We're going to multiply it by 4 over 5x. Okay, let's distribute again. And I'm going to say plus, again, negative 3 times 5. Sorry, that looks like a decimal. Over 4 times 4. Now, I want to break up that 32. Let's see. I think I'd like to have 4 times 8. Okay, let's bring everything else down. Now, why? Why would I want to do any of that? Well, what I would like to do is actually reduce a whole bunch of stuff to 1. So let me grab my little highlighter here, because right now, if I were to just expand this line over and put my little dots here, well, I see I have 4 over 4, and that reduces to 1. And I also have 5 over 5, and that reduces to 1. Now, if I were to do the same thing over here, boop, boop, I again have 4 over 4, and that reduces to 1. I have a 3 here and a 3 there. So let's get to rewriting. So, oh dear. Sorry, that's example 3. I knew I would do that. So now I have negative 16 equals, all of that went away, so that's a negative 3/4 x plus, looks like I have a negative 5 times 8 and over 4. Hey, I want to do that scratch work over here. Negative 5 times 8 over 4. Isn't that just negative 40 over 4, which is negative 10? Oh, yeah. So negative 16 equals negative 3 over 4. And you know what? I'm going to put the x right here next to the 3. And then minus 10. Oh, that looks a lot prettier. So let's go ahead and we have distributed. Do I have any like terms on this side? Nope. Nope. I only have one variable, so I can skip that. So I can move on to removing my constant by adding 10 to both sides. And now that leaves me with negative 6 is equal to negative 3x over 4. Now this is where it gets a little tricky.